In recent geopolitical talks, the commander of Iran's navy, Shahram Irani, issued a highly unusual and direct warning to the United States fleet. His exact words were a cryptic threat regarding a new secret weapon. Hope they don't have a heart attack. Look at this image. The scale of an American aircraft carrier and its densely packed flight deck illustrates a stark reality. In any traditional head-to-head naval conflict, the American fleet possesses overwhelming firepower and absolute superiority. American leadership has historically reinforced this imbalance, with past rhetoric suggesting that U.S. military might could entirely destroy Iranian civilization. A conventional war is simply not one Iran can win. Yet, despite this massive power gap, Tehran is actively teasing the deployment of a mystery weapon. It is a claim that has international defense analysts genuinely nervous. This scenario leaves us to wonder, what specific technological leap could allow a severely outmatched, smaller navy to realistically threaten the massive warships of the United States? Tehran's mystery weapon is the Hoot, the Persian word for whale, a highly specialized torpedo. To understand why it's effective, we have to look at the primary limitation of standard naval warfare. Traditional torpedoes have to push through immense water resistance, capping their top speed at roughly 100 kilometers per hour. The Hoot avoids this friction through supercavitation. It generates a continuous gas bubble around its hull, bypassing the water entirely. By flying through this underwater air pocket, the Hoot triples its speed to a staggering 360 kilometers per hour. Pack that system with a 200-kilogram explosive payload. A torpedo moving at 360 kilometers per hour leaves American ships practically zero time to track it, let alone intercept it. Supercavitation renders billion-dollar radar and missile intercept systems ineffective. There's no protection if the underwater threat reaches the hull faster than the ship's physical capacity to react. However, this engineering creates significant trade-offs. The exact physics that make the Hoot difficult to intercept also make it highly unstable. Because the weapon is encased inside a pocket of gas rather than interacting directly with the water, it cannot steer effectively. It suffers from a lack of accuracy compared to standard wire-guided naval systems. There is a second, more significant problem. Maintaining that supercavitation bubble requires a massive, continuous output of energy. That drains the fuel fast, strictly limiting the torpedo's maximum operational range to roughly 15 kilometers. Consider the vast expanses of the open ocean. In a deep-water combat zone like the Pacific, enemy ships engage from hundreds of miles away. Out here, a weapon with a 15-kilometer range is a tactical deadweight. We are left with a paradox. The Hoot is incredibly fast, but highly inaccurate and functionally useless for a global superpower. Why would the Iranian military invest so heavily in such a limited weapon? The answer lies in geography. Iran has no intention of fighting in the open ocean. Their entire defensive posture is built around their immediate maritime border, the Strait of Hormuz. This topographical map shows a crucial choke point. Its narrowest point is shockingly tight. Even in wider sections, the navigable channel is only 50 kilometers across. Overlaying a 15-kilometer radius from the Iranian coast shows those strike zones cover almost the entire path. Any remaining distance is closed using the tactics seen here. Instead of large bases, Iran deploys these torpedoes on swarms of highly mobile, fast attack craft. Inside the Strait of Hormuz, a 15-kilometer range functions as a perfectly tailored specification. Iran engineered an asymmetrical equalizer built explicitly for the dimensions of this specific choke point. The Hoot torpedo acts as the spearhead of a broader strategy to make the Strait of Hormuz practically unnavigable for hostile naval forces. They layer this threat with traditional area denial weapons. Look at this heavy naval mine. Iran lays explosive traps to funnel American ships into predictable paths. They even rely on unconventional tactics. American media reports Iranian efforts to weaponize dolphins with explosives, introducing a layer of biological unpredictability into the waters. This entire multi-layered gauntlet is pointed at one specific target: the multi-billion-dollar U.S. warships that find themselves bottlenecked in these tight waters. Iran knows it cannot win a prolonged, symmetric naval war. Their geopolitical endgame is to create an undeniable spectacle: the sudden, violent sinking of a major American vessel in front of a global audience. This brings us back to Commander Irani's warning about a heart attack. This combination of specialized technology and restrictive geography is a masterclass in psychological deterrence. It forces the United States to weigh the value of controlling the strait against the horrific shock of a catastrophic, unavoidable loss.
If you value clarity over chaos, explore more on Clear Lens X.